I'm welcome. Oh, no. I'm ready. There we go. Okay. Welcome. Hello. I still gotta do all this pre-biz stuff. Let's see. Yeah. Hang on while I click a bunch of buttons again. If you are here, welcome. Yeah, we'll get started. Ooh, okay. I'm always like weirdly nervous, like every time. I'm feeling pretty good now, but I think, we'll see. I think the topic of today will be a little weird, so, yeah, we'll just get into it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Welcome. Hey Star, good to see you always. And Cookie, good to see you. Okay. I drew the surf fetched. I'll have to get used to saying that. I'm so used to Farfetch, so this is one of those oh no, I have to draw a doodle to have something to show kind of a thing, so yeah. So that stream it was kind of okay. I think it was the Depictionary one? That was pretty fun. Mixed with challenge of doing it right-handed. So, yeah. But this time, just doing the doodle of Surfresh because I was just so happy with it that it's like that we finally get an evolution to Farfetch'd. I don't know if you guys are like into Pokemon or not, but I am. So I really like I really like Farfetch. That I like one of my first things I actually bought with my real money was like actually getting this little Farfetch plush, which is sort of invisible, but he's a little keychain and I really like him. So brought him all the way through college and he was always my little good luck charm the whole time. So I think I just liked him because I got him as a trade from Black and White, and I used him as my friend at my party. He's like, oh man, this guy's the coolest. He was really powerful, so I really liked him. I collect a lot of weird like leaks, I guess. Yeah. How many plushies? Yes. I don't want to show you it. It's pretty messy, like a little bit weird. So it's okay. Just imagine like a whole wall of them, like actually like having like little dividers and on the wall, little shelves. So, gotta keep some secrets. Room tour would show a lot of. It's a little bit better of the room than if it was before we had that little like major house flood. So it is cleaned up, but it's still like, let's just put everything back in instead of let's make it pretty. So I know. Phone gave me a buzz saying like you're streaming. Thank you. So yeah. I think we'll save on that then. So stuff. I have something else to talk about. What was it? It was this. Let me think. So I know like on the Discord you guys probably recognize this, but on my YouTube, this one, I added the pretty much a different wording for the same thing that I asked in the Discord group, where I was like, hey, give me some ideas for future live streams related to art, animation, maybe a challenge or something like that. You know, not like knitting underwater basket weaving. You know, it's like I don't know how to do that, so something that's a small scale and something that can be completed in at most 2 streams. Like I know like most of our like animation stuff like takes like even like a month sometimes or more. So yeah, I just want it to be relatively small. And drop your ideas in a comment. So I got like 3 comments, and one of them was actually a thing. So thanks M Cruz for do Q&A, but I draw out the answers or the questions. I was thinking about actually using that for like a later stream, like a future stream. So I'll definitely keep that in mind, but I don't think that's a right now kind of a thing. So and then I got other 2 comments saying, sorry, no idea, and the other one, I don't know. So thanks guys for that, and for getting 20 likes but only 1 comment. I just find it interesting, like all the analytics stuff is like, you guys always have like ideas for, like, I know like last time we had that person coming in and saying, well, hello Dibninjins and hi legit. In 20 is a good happening. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, the analytics of, like, you know, you guys always seem to have like ideas. Like last stream we had that one person saying like, hey, make an animation or something with Derpy playing Fortnite, and it's like, that's an idea, but as soon as I pose a question for you or anything where I say it, or I don't even know like what even context it needs, then it becomes, I don't know. So it's like that kind of weird thing that I'm still not able to understand, like what leads people to just have ideas, and then as soon as I pose it, or if it's like, hey, do you have anything, then it's like, I don't know. So that's always interesting. So it's like, but if I don't pose this, then this will never happen. But if I just maybe ask it, then there's a hope that 1 out of 20 in this case will give me something to work with. So hello kitty. Oh, thanks. I can only read the first syllable of dub plugins. Pretty needs. Whatever I do is if you had Wi-Fi. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just like, keep like posting in different places. Like the Discord, it seemed like pretty private, so it's like this might be a little bit bigger, but it's like still like YouTube isn't like recommending it to every person that's subscribed. It's weird where that doesn't really work. Anyway, put that back there. Let's see. Whatever it is, don't have any. So yeah. So anyway, back to Surfetched. Love them. Design's great. I'm so happy. I'll definitely pick up. I was already thinking of getting a sword, so it's even a better idea to get them. Yeah, it's like not even everyone gets it though, so that's pretty frustrating. And it's like, you know, YouTube like has this way to like post a thing, and it's usually like even has a little random text message saying like, hey, maybe you should share a behind the scenes picture or progress or something. Then if you refresh it, it'll in the same text box saying like, hey, maybe you should post something, you know, that people would like or something. It's like, so it's like, if there is going to be this, you know, inbox feed mailing thing, it's like, why not make it super apparent, like actually give it to people all the time? That's like frustrating with that. So let's see. Creators feed is weird. Mostly doesn't work. Yeah. There should be like, I mean, I don't know if there is. Maybe it's in mobile, but it's like they always wanted everything mobile first. So it might be, you know, like you have your subscriptions, and then like somehow you would also either in a tab or like in the same list of your subscriptions should have, you know, all these little cards or whatever, you know, the little post I made should be in there. Because if you're subscribed and like want notifications and stuff, so ring that bell, and then it's like maybe sometimes you might get the card. It's like, because even like just like scrolling through the homepage, like in the main home page, it's like I watch a video for like maybe like even less than a minute of some random channel. It's like, oh, that's whatever, I don't want to watch more of that. And then like a day later, I would get a card, I don't know what to call it, like a post, you know, of that little card saying like, hey, check out my merch, or like whatever else they want to say on that. And it'd be like, I'm not subscribed, I haven't watched a full video of your channel, but the people that I have subscribed to, I don't see any of their cards. It's like so backwards, and it's like, why? And I can't see all of them at the same place, so it's like just really frustrating with all that. Not to mention, like, he already messed up today with the verification badge, which obviously I'm not even qualified in the first place, so it doesn't even matter to me personally. But I can see like that'd be even worse. Like the design for it, instead of having a check mark for, if you literally do hover over it, it does say verified. So it's like the reasoning of no one understands what a little check mark means, or they think it's still related to a brand or something, instead of a popular creator, is to make it, just make the whole name be have a gray background, makes it better. It is even worse. Screwing us. Says there's no alternative. Technically, users, but you really bad no one uses it. Exactly. I tried to do it with vidme, vid.me, but that got like shut down within like a couple months of me using it. So it's like, okay, you know, it's like it tried to be more small creators are welcome. We'll try to post people who have, you know, no subscribers on that channel, and then we'll try to put it on the main page with that. So like all the videos with low views or something like that. So Vimeo and Dailymotion are pretty much like the other ones. Yeah, I don't think I really used Vimeo as much as I've used Dailymotion. Dailymotion, there's people who upload all the cartoons online, so it's like, oh, I can watch Pony that way. So if I miss it, then I'm able to watch it later on Dailymotion, watch it sometimes in HD. That's pretty fun. Yeah. Well, yeah, Dailymotion, like, it'll, once you like load it up, my problem is that when you load it up, you immediately start typing, and then it like loads something like a big banner ad, like a hero image, and then it like deletes your search. So like you type something, it loads it up, deletes it, and then you have to type it again, or start from the beginning. So it's like, that's always getting frustrating. And not a very good, you know, it's probably not using the Google recommendations or like search whatever to make good videos come on top. So it's like I had to really dig in for it to get anything good. Interface is, yeah, for the interface itself is pretty good, but like having, yeah, I don't know, it's not too bad, I don't think. Well, you also get used to it. So Nico, obviously I'm not I've used it on the Switch, but I don't think that's a very good view of it, I guess. Anything that's non-Japanese. I think there's a couple videos that's non-Japanese. You have to really look for them. It's not a good for watching cartoons. Exactly. Yeah, I watch all the cartoons on there. Because Dailymotion somehow gets away or not having very strict as much as YouTube with content identification. Because YouTube obviously has that very strict, able to pinpoint, you know, is this a 1 second of song? We gotta red flag it. And Dailymotion is like, oh, whatever. So yeah, the comments are pretty fun though. Are you able to turn it off? Yeah. Anyway, that's enough dawdle with that. We can get into the meat of this once we get all going with that. Yeah. It is a shame, like, if YouTube somehow dies, which would be like 20 years maybe, like what then? Like, would it be WeTube or something? Like, what? Like, I don't think there is a very good alternative right now. Really? Well, this is so underground now that there won't be much. It won't be very competitive right now, but then it might grow up to be if everyone else wants to jump shift into it. But I just can't predict anything like that. Oh, you can't turn off the comments on Nico. Oh man. Music video and incorrect lyrics. Oh man. What that I mean YouTube had that for a while. where it had the you know, where that one video where it's like, hey, let's have like every person like make a comment on it, but like in the video. Remember that was like in when was it, like first 5 years of YouTube, where like you can add like little caption. I think they were captions, but they were little tiny text boxes where you can type in text, and then you could have little different types of text boxes where it'll be, you know, like a comic, you know, have a little dialogue box or something like that. Annotations? I think that's right. Yeah. Which were the first annotations before the new ones, because they couldn't program it to be mobile, so we had to get rid of it. Thanks, Cavalierio Sparksler. As you can see, very great video. Thank you. Alright, so that's nice. Thank you. You look, got rid of the old annotations. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, at the beginning of the year. I think this year they got rid of the old annotations, which no one was using it anyway. So I can see why. It's too bad because it's like with Flash, it's like a lot of people are still using it, especially like a bunch of cartoonists. So it's like because the Flash player somehow has a close enough name that is just like is able to be too synchronized with it that everyone in now is unaware that Flash player, which is the one that's being dying out, is somehow also linked to Flash, but it's like sort of not. So obviously I'm using Flash, but I'm not creating the virus on your computer. So there you go. I forgot to look it up, like what the actual history of that was, like what exactly the technology was. Oh, sorry, Corin. I got a mod. He's Sarah's gonna make sure you keep in line. Make sure everyone talks in there, not just you. So okay. What else to do? Let's see. What was I talking about? The annotations were pretty fun, but I think it were just for kind of reminds me back to like the flip note, where like I don't think it was really closed up, but I think you can like upload your flip notes to online. I don't know why I'm getting close to that. But I just remember like annotations like that being in my mind close to the annotations. Is everyone scared to talk now? You don't want to be in word prison for 300 seconds. Is that 5 minutes? Oh man. I think we should get going actually on this. My idea, this is gonna be bad. This is probably a bad idea. I want to do alien designs. I want to design an alien, like a character design, for the Area 51 thing. I know it's canceled, but I thought it'd be fun to like, well, what if there are aliens, and then what would they look like? And so we can try to design what that would be. So I think we can try and do that. After we can probably just start with the regular, most basic one, I guess, and then we can maybe see if we can design a different one, and then we can have you guys also help with that too. So okay, so I'm gonna start drawing, and then yeah, there's still questions. Okay. Okay. Legit. Okay. What tips would you say to someone who wants to start working with animation? Well, it depends on the hardware and software you want. Obviously, I started with flipbooks, stop motion. Maybe started dabbled with like 3D. Lot of different mediums is trying to figure out, like, if you were a kid, like figuring out like the what kind of mediums you like is a good start out with, because then it's like, okay, well now I know that I like stop motion, flip books, 2D, 3D, anything, one of that, photography even. So I'm trying to figure out like one of that, because that'll definitely help you a lot get a style and everything. And then you can like zone in and say like, oh, because I like stop motion, then I can then like ask people and like find, you know, go down this rabbit hole of, because I like stop motion, I should get good cameras, I should get a good camera stand, I should make sets, I should make puppets, I should research a bunch of stuff. Research is always really good. You want to watch. You know, the hardest part is always, you know, well, you gotta watch as much content as you can. And it's like, it is true. It's like, just if you like a stop motion, for example, that's just the first thing I thought of. It's like so different from anything else. It's like, then like Wallace and Gromit, Shaun the Sheep, anything Aardman, you know, it's like, find it interesting, like everyone likes, or like really like the top of like everything. So like Pixar for 2D, Disney for 2D, what else? You know, anything else that's like the top of their league of each medium. So like the way that I learned is that I did a bunch of flipbooks in school, and it's like, you know, just doing a bouncing ball, you know, over and over and seeing like, oh, you know, yeah. Finding out the physics and timings, figuring out timings of how the ball will move. Is it, how squishy is it? Should I try it with more elasticity and like experimenting with everything? So that's if you're like starting to super start up, and I'm not sure where you are in that. So try to do like the very beginning, details of all that. So let's see. Right, next week about Wallace Gromit for animation. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love Wallace Gromit. It's like just finding it so cool. Like trying to find as much behind the scenes work too. One of my favorite things as a kid, I would always watch the Monsters Inc. on DVD. So I'd watch Monsters Inc. and then watch all the special features. And I'd watch like, ooh, this is how they create, you know, from idea to storyboard to animatic to going in 3D with layouts and models, and then rough animation, and then better animation, tweaking, cleanup, lighting, effects, and it's like, wow, this is the whole process. So it's like, this is really cool. So like figuring out from that and watching that like probably like over 100 times, those kind of videos, and then seeing like, okay, now that I know the process of everything, it's like, okay, I can take from that and then able to make my own, and then say like, can I use these steps and processes to make my own work of art in a way? So so I tried that over and over, and it's like, okay, you get better at it, and like figuring out like, you know, like this works, this sort of doesn't. what needs to be, what do I need to work on and everything. So there's a lot of self finding out, but that kind of process. So yeah, because I can't draw. I can't draw either. Look at this. This is horrible. It's actually name Cintiq. Ah, there you go. That was really cool. it just had like everything in it. Just like, this is how you make a movie, and it's like, wow. And it's like, yeah. And it got monkeys and scooters, and it's like, I want to work there, you know. Remember the monkeys on scooters? I don't know. Yeah. Animated videos. Yeah, definitely. It really helped, like, you know, decide and figure out like what kind of the processes. Like, oh, I like the lighting for whatever reason, and that's totally okay. It's like, you know, it's like I want to do the lighting and figure that out, and then pursuing that. Or like the layout animation, I was like, oh, this is, you know, before like everything's animated, just putting everything into a 3D scene and laying them all out. That looks really fun, you know. I don't want to cleaning this up. I want to see if I can make this into like a, what are those those cutout girls, where it's like you dress them up, but they have like paper dolls. Is that what it is? So I want to make something like that, where then we can use our base alien, make this real clean, so then we can add stuff on top. There we go. Okay, Mr. Alien. Okay. Things are always cool. Oh, they're always cool. You have inventive ideas, but it's like sometimes it's like the dinosaur one. It's like I really liked it. It was pretty, but it's like the story didn't really go anywhere. Wasn't too inventive with that. Had a lot of normal movie tropes instead of being the creative premise that it was. I don't know if you've been able to watch the DreamWorks Shadow one. I think they got rid of it like because the guy who uploaded it didn't have the permission, so like we had to scrap it from the internet. But that was a really cool concept, but then they didn't go forward with it. Yeah, I wanted to like the good dinosaurs. Like I like dinosaurs, so it's like, oh man, it's like everything's happy at the end. It's like, oh, the ending's bleh. It's like, oh, you know, like one of the main things of like the Pixar story ideas and everything is like, oh, don't end with coincidences, and it's like that's a coincidence. So it's like, oh, that's unfulfilling to watch it as an audience. So it's like, oh, you know, it's like, oh, okay. Like everything that was building up in 2 hours is like, oh, okay, well, why not? I won't spoil it just because not everyone really has seen it. So it's like, oh, if you want to watch it, be like, oh, okay. There you go. You haven't seen it. You watch movies. Okay. So anyway, making this real clean so we can add details on top of this. Okay. Should we figure out like what kind of details we want? Maybe we should figure out like if it didn't look like this, like should he have different arms? Maybe like add different details on him, like different antennas. Should have a horn. Something like that. Can he have sprites? Stripes? Something I was also thinking like what's the difference between like a monster and an alien, and it's like I can't really think of it. So then I had the weird theory of all like mythical creatures like Sasquatch and like Loch Ness monsters are all aliens. It's like, wow, that was a literal shower thought, and it's like that was either the dumbest thing or probably the most genius thing I probably ever thought of, is that all these creatures like unicorns are like aliens. It's like, yeah, you can't prove me wrong. What kind of planet is either one? That may be a thing we have to figure out. So that I mean, I could probably picture the DreamWorks, but they probably just get rid of it because it's too cool. That Shadow one was actually really cool. The way that they mixed the 2D and 3D, like it was a 3D movie, but the shadow of the man was animated in 2D on paper, and then mixed it in, and it was like so cool. And it's like, well, I would watch that, you know? It's like, ah, man. And it's like, yeah, that won't ever be a thing now. So, yeah, it's not like the real thing where it's like, I think the Pixar was doing the Newt movie, but then Rio with the birds had the same idea and story. So it's like, well, let's, you know, get rid of the Newt one and have the pretty birds. Urban fantasy setting. I mean, that's sort of what the forward, upward, what the new Pixar one or the fantasy one. And it's like, well, what if all the mythological creatures went into the modern age kind of a story? So it's like that's really cool, but it's like a little different. That's more like the difference of like a Genesis instead of it being part of the rest of the story. So you have to really develop on that. Next one going with Chattergon. Well, that's interesting. Will we be able to sort like the actual text box is gone? Oh, you have to figure that out. Okay. Let's add a new layer. Like what kind of accessories or what could he have? You know, because we could have like antennas and be like, well, what kind of antennas? And it's like, well, maybe like, you know, we can try this. Does that look good? Like, what else could we add onto him? Do you think we should do? Like, if you have your own little pet alien, what kind of features should we add on top? Maybe the antennas are a little bit different. Invader Zim. I think so. Yeah, we could try to Invader Zim feelers. Yep. Here we go. Because these are more than Invader Zimmy ones. They're more a little thicker. Fluffy chest. Okay. It's a little bit tricky with the perspective of it. Okay. We just got to do the tails. No, it's tail prowler. Fluffy design here. There you go. Alright. Now I was looking. It's like, see, we just made a monster. It's like, it's not. Like we just said, like, oh, he didn't really come from space. He lived in the caves for thousands of years. It's like, whoa, now he's a monster instead of an alien. Is what it's like. They're all aliens. It's got like a wad of paper stuck to him now. Let's see what else we do. Can I have like a tail, or maybe the antenna's gonna have looking a little bit different too. We have to color it too. That might be the last thing is color it. What else should we do though? Maybe let's see. We just go with the Invader Zim thing. Is that what it, or is it, or can I look it up? Like, what is the? How does his ears look? I want to go down. That's kind of what it did. Let's see. Okay, so there are more. You just go up and then just down in. I guess we can try that. Let's see. Get back to you guys. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Got nice everything. We'll color it. I was also thinking like we can just have like some kind of a nose. Let's try a nose. Just have to move his mouth a little bit, and then let's see. I don't know why I was thinking like we should have like a real nose, or like I don't know what I was thinking. Like this is it's scary now. Yeah, I added the antennas. Maybe we just keep adding more stuff. Like we could play like the Me Maker, where we just keep adding different noses until one looks right. I know this one. That's more like a human nose. Or we can try this nose. Or it could be like a snout, maybe, or like that. Or maybe, I don't know where this is going. Or like connects somehow. Maybe it's like that. That's a little visually confusing. I think this is more typical of what real aliens. Like I said, real aliens for the ones that are most typically viewed as what they would look like. I want to see if we can mess it up or mess with it. So let's see. What else do we need then? I'm not sure if we did nose though. Come on, let's make it like a big old nose or something. Maybe we can, maybe like a circle nose. Maybe no nose. Who knows? Let's do this. But it's like has giant nostrils and shine somewhere on it too. Good with this. What do we think? Does this look good? What would you say that is? It's more like a pig nose? I don't know. Good nose. Is it referring to this one? Like an onion in a way. We can make this more like that. Yes. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if we can move on to something else. Maybe we can add the mouse. Pretty fine. I like the woo. I always love the woos. Maybe we could try a different mouth. Let's try it back here. Gotta always click a bunch of things. Okay. Let's try the mouth is can be like an elongated woo. Always kind of like that one. A little cleft. Or like a little chin. Or it could be like a real lipsy. Yeah. There you go. This would be something that you want as a pet, hopefully, and not like you don't want to like look at it too long. So I don't know. Maybe we could try what other mouths are there? There's always the try like a big lip somehow. Maybe he's like and he's like has this weird side mouth thing maybe. Like a weird lip, I guess. Doing his front is a little bit confusing. What else should we do? I don't know any other mouths though. Not a mouth. That'll be everyone's nightmare. It'll definitely be mine. It'll be all something like that. That's pretty good. That was pretty good. That is pretty good potential. Long tongue. This was actually supposed to be a tongue. So let's see. To draw a tongue, you would need a tongue. So which way should it go? And then be like a weird Dude Invader Zim tongue, and then we just fill that in. Like that. Is that a long tongue? Yeah. Or another way is to. I'm thinking as I talk slowly. We can. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Top hat and cane shell for protection. Well, I think this shell is. We're just making Invader Zim. Would it be like a front shell? Like here's a shell, or like somehow from the back show? I just want to draw like Koopa shell, I guess, and he has the spikes. Or maybe it's like super big. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's its shell. We'll color that in. Hey, cool, we found emoji. Does that show up? Nice. So okay. What else do we need then? Oh yeah. Top hat and cane. Might cover the could be like a really small top hat. Top hat is got the white brim and then that and like that, right? Okay, so let's go cover up the alien things. Unless they pop out somehow, like it's something. So boop, boop, This is what you guys are missing if you don't go to Area 51, man. Won't be able to see this guy. Okay. Now he's got the hat. The antennas will have to, like, pretend that they are, like, folded down like this. That sounds small. Let's see. And then we wanted the cane. So it's gonna have a big is it just a big candy cane shape? Meow. Meow. There we go. And then it's got ridges on it for some reason. Let's see. This is one time in your life to do all this. Is like, go get this, man. Don't you want your favorite friend alien looks like this? Anything else you'd add? I got some time to figure out. I feel like I add one more thing or so. Now he's all dressed up and ready to rumble with you guys. Tattoo of Scooter what is arm. Should I just draw a chicken or would that be too much? Better an umbrella. Should we change it? We can have an umbrella. Then I'll take it. Oh man. What's the fun in that? Let's see. Nope. There. Okay. Keep pressing wrong keys. Hang on with me. So this is now an umbrella, which you just kind of just figure out how to draw. Don't really. You draw the bits like that, and then you draw the bat, and then it goes boop, and umbrella. You gotta have that, so that, and then it's got different parts to it. Okay. Living in Seattle, I was like, I know how to draw an umbrella. Without reference. There you go. There you go. Tattoo on his arm. Let's get another thing. Shock of everything. It's on his arm. So somehow we gotta have room for that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get this like that, and then it's got it real close, and it's like I gotta draw smaller. So okay, maybe more up here, like and then and then screw little heads. I don't know what kind of hair. When we color it, it'll make more sense. Just the head. There we go. There you go. Now that's a friend you want to see. A Discord server? Oh, cool. Okay. So this is our friend alien. We can still change it. What else do we want? I guess I changed the cane on. It looks awkward and it's not connected. So that's fun. So whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Let's get the momentum. Going. There we go. Oh, sorry, Katie. What was it? Goatee. Okay. That's gonna be kind of disappearing into his chest fluff. Goatees are this bit, and that's it. What's the difference between a goatee and a soul patch? I don't know. Is that right? Is it like longer? Let's move this up so we can move this over, and then like that, shape it So, okay. That almost works. Goatee has a mustache, but let me just make sure. Not that I don't doubt you, it's like... just because I'm not sure. It's kind of like a chin part. I don't see. Okay. Okay. Let's do that then. Let's do... Getting too quick to buttons. So, okay. Let's go there. And then clean this up. So then... Doing this in layers, so that'll be easier. Let's see. I gotta draw a goatee. I don't know how to draw a goatee, so it's like, okay. So it goes there. This goes all the way around. And then somehow it goes up and over. And then we just fill it in. So there you go. Hopefully this is satisfactory for you guys. Let's see. And then we're just gonna trim it off. So, okay. 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 Hawaiian shirts, hula skirt. Those are conflicting things. Let's see what I can do. Okay. Blue skirt and shorts. Let's see. What should we do then? Snake. Cool. What's a hula skirt? That's just the... Have to keep looking up. Hula shorts. There we go. Okay. Hula skirt. Okay. It's a grass skirt, and it's got that on it. Show me the lady with it wearing it, so I know what it looks like. Thank you. Okay. Get the proportions of it. That it's a skirt, so it's half tall. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, we can just draw like different plants shapes, I guess. So it'll cover this sweet alien up, and little details on that. Something like that, I guess. Like that. So, okay. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. This is working out. Okay. He wears Heelys. Yes, I'm human. I have all the human things. Look at me. Now we got Heelys on them. Okay, let's do it. We can do it. Heelys. Is a shoe with a wheel on the heel? Is there 2 wheels? Oh, that only makes sense. It's the Heely. There we go. Okay. Okay. So it's got cool sneakers on, like that. Tie it up, like so. Cool shirt. Knot it out. Then it's just got cool Heely on it. Let me just draw the other one. Like so. Okay. And then we draw the Heely. Down there. And here we go. Mooches. Oh no. Fingerless gloves. Okay. At least I'm not with that looks like. So we just kind of do that, and then that, and sometimes has this thing on top, which is kind of cool. So that and that, but he's holding it, so just pretend he's firmly grasping it there. So okay. Sounds like his hand going that way, I guess. Maybe it could be more perspective, where it's more like that instead. I think that makes more sense. I think we're good. Like any time to color it. Maybe I could do it during the. Well, I can color it during the toaster talk and then show it, but I might be boring. So maybe I should just do it. So, okay. So okay. Out of a job. I mean, he did all the jobs, and he's like, well, now what do I do? It's like he tried to pick like every job, and it's like I guess he. What kind of jobs did he have? Like, what do all these mean? I want to make him show. Oh yeah. I was gonna draw a belly button, but he's an alien, so would he have an alien belly button? I don't know. Junior Ice Club. Oh, that's so cool. This guy's great. I think the goatee really helps. I'm not sure what that is. Star. Should I look it up? Is it a clothing item? Because I don't. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Cool. We can try it. Okay, I'm looking it up. So I see. When I look at reference stuff, it's like, okay, I know how to make geometric things. So, okay. So it's like this, and then we'll just kind of have it going up, I guess, like it's at an angle. So we'll just have it like going this way, and then get it outward. Let's see, and then it's kind of like that, I guess. And then I don't know what gen this is, or like how this even is gonna work. So well, we'll just have to play this out. This should be bigger. So this is more like an outline to that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then each got details on them. This has that on it. So there you go. That's so cool to need a mail to read. These eyes can be dark glasses. Oh yeah. Well, we just need like some kind of a. It's now glasses. He's real human. He does real skateboards. Is that a thing? So okay. Yeah. I think we're good. Yeah, I don't want to keep going. This is amazing. I think we did it. There he is. Here's my surfetch. Gotta get everything over there. So okay. I think we'll start coloring him. This is incredible. I am thoroughly impressed with this. Made a sweet alien pet boy. Okay. So okay. I just gotta go over here. There's some nice, nice color. Let's see. Rated worm in his mouth. Yeah, I was going for the Raiders in mouth. His name will be whatever we think of. Sorry for the Jamaican Hawaiian alien. Or we can make it like Jeff. That's always my like default. I remember the pony waiter was always Jeff. So I was like, there's a regular name. Gonna do the Photoshop route where you just kind of color the whole thing and then recolor everything to be the different colors. So just kind of fill everything in, and then it's like, oh, I want this to be red, and then you just kind of change it up. So okay. So that's our base coat, and then we just kind of select different places and then change it. So okay. He's a sweet alien boy. Or he'd just be like boy, you know? Or like he would name himself like human boy alien. No, human. Not an alien boy. Let's see. You get like a weird orangey nose, I guess. Let's see. Boy alien. Perfect, cool. Maybe Sim's tongues are always like reddish pink. Go for that. Fun part is Adobe always changes colors too, so these colors aren't set in stone too much. Okay. I should need to color this. Okay. So like that. That's that. Can't color it on top. Cool. Okay. And then this. Delete that. Okay. We got that. Looking great already. Okay. Just fluff could be maybe like a lighter color. So we just do this. Just do the outline of it. Like so. And then color. Can burn this down a little bit. Can be saturated more. It'll be like his hair color, right? So it's got to be a different type of color to the rest of his body. No. What would his hair color be? He's very cultured. Let's get the Scootaloo tattoo on him. Let's get this going. There you go. It's hard boiled. There you go. Kind of clean it up a little. Like that. Okay. Purple. Oh yeah. Opposite of green is always purple. I always like these pastel-y colors, so go with that palette. So okay. Rest of it is down here. So okay. It came from outer space. Cookie cat. What color is grass? Is maybe darker green to show it off. Pet for your tummy. Cookie cat. He left his family behind. Cookie cat. It's a treat for your tummy. He waged an intergalactic war. Cookie cat. Now in a grocery store. Oh yeah. Okay, so fingerless gloves. I was thinking like a brown or red kind of a color. Browny red. Let's see. If I can get something close to that. Let's see. And then it's a bit much. Lettery bit here, like the little pattern for the square. That color, yellowy, like that. We just do the other side, like that. Okay. So okay. Let's do the umbrella. So this will be, get that red. We're almost there. This is red. This is gonna be orangey. Probably not gonna have everything because you can't see everything. That makes sense. Yellowy. After yellow, it's green. Just like that. And then you see blue. Let's make it rainbow. Maybe darker blue. I'm running out of colors. And then like different lavender, I guess, or purpley. Run out of no more colors left. I don't know. Yep. I think I missed yellow. So there's yellow on top, and then he's got a weird broken thing because I can't draw straight lines. So could be a nice neutral gray. Let's try that. Let's try this. So you can kind of see it in there, and then just kind of outline it like so. So not super color it in. Okay. Let's do the shoes. So these are Heelys. Heelys are red, black. I saw. So let's make it a dark red. It's a bit too red. It's gonna be super cool. Uh-oh. What am I doing? I'll just have to fill it in instead. There we go. Laces, a little bit lighter color. This is that. And then the Heely. Maybe something like that. So, okay. Color that all in. We're doing good. We're almost there. Only thing left after this will be the dual disc thing. So we're getting there. So okay. This guy's great. I had this idea of like, let's make an alien, you know, kind of a stream. It's like, what could possibly go wrong? You know, it's like, let me open up an ideas of like, oh, let's just have like anything you guys come up with as an idea. It's like, okay, that'll sound great. You know, like who knows what you guys will bring to the table. It's like, I thought it'd be like a meme maker of like, oh, you'll just say like, oh, make that nose bigger or something. So this goes on the forum. Well, he's just holding it because he's not super cultured. He's pretending to be human. Just because I don't want to redraw it. I'm looking at it. Oh, it just kind of goes on his wrist. Or a little bit higher. Ah, I see. What do I have to do? I think I can make it work, maybe. Oh, thanks, Cookie. This is really outsourced character design to live chat. I mean, yeah, I didn't know what I expected. Yeah, that'd be like, oh, well, you guys can't make anything too weird or outlandish, right? It'll be fine. You know, I shouldn't have to worry too much about what you guys will choose and everything. So, is that a good position? Is that where it should be? No, the circle is really messed up. Yep. It'll cover his tattoo is sweet tattoo. This could be more up, maybe. Maybe more up here. So, okay. And then this can have its own color, so then we can try something like that. Okay. Yeah. That's why I made sure to make everything on a different layers, like what all this bit is. So, okay. It's time to duel. I'm looking at a cosplayer. Looks like the villain guy. He's got a white shirt, like a lab coat. Let's see. It's mostly white, so I can sort of play off that. Okay. And then let's kind of cover this. And then boop. There we go. And then which parts should be color? Okay, that's more details, I guess, on here. So that goes like that. That's the thing. It's got a score counter. I never played Yu-Gi-Oh, so it's like I don't know any of this is. I opened with everything. Opened a stream of like I like Pokemon. This is what I like. It's like okay, now I'm drawing a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. It's like what's going on? So it's not accurate at all. It'll do. So I see red. I know what a red is. Yeah. I think the first like sort of like getting into it I got was like the abridged, like some kind of a dub where it's like they would voice it, like do a fan dub. And I was like watching like those episodes and it's like, oh, this is funny just because they're making fun of it more than it being, you know, the anime actually being good. You haven't watched much of the anime either, so I guess I sort of have, but not really. Yeah. Oh, you played it once? Oh, cool. Is it like tricky? Like, is it like Pokemon where it's like a lot of rules, but it's like each time they add a new like set, then a lot of rules have to be thrown out? It's got a 4,000 thing here. Let's keep getting the blue. I just got that normal details. See squares. Let's see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I added 6. Maybe that's not what I said. How many there are? 5, and I drew 6. So just gotta get rid of that. There we go. Okay. Can you answer that question? Do monsters? Oh yeah, that's what they called it. Yeah, the anime was weird because it's not like Pokemon where it's like, hey, I'm gonna catch this real creature that exists in my world, and then I'm become the real actual trainer and like master with my pets that also seem to be the natural wildlife here. But it's like in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like, hey guys, you want to play this card game? It's really cool. Let's go to the streets and like I'm gonna battle you on a yacht. But if you beat my cards, then I'm you know, you beat me, man. You know, let's have real tournaments where it's like it's real playing cards game. Yeah, I'm gonna send you to the real Shadow Realm when I beat your deck. You know, it's like not really got into that. It's like just really weird. Like why? Like why would you make an anime where the possibilities are endless, where you know you can have these monsters be real and then have them battle, but instead you chose to make the Yu-Gi-Oh anime use cards that then have to have real logic of the older holograms, and then it's all a game. So it's like Anyway, here's our alien boy. It's close enough. Let's see. I close it at the soup store. Yeah, a little soup thing maybe. Yeah, they made the animated to sell the cards, but it's like, why don't they make the... I don't know. We gotta spend the trouble of making an animated version. It's like, well, wouldn't you make it... Like, even Digimon was like the polar opposite, where it's like, hey, we fell into a dimension where there's real Digimon, and they're just creatures, and it's like, well, there's a bigger Digimon, we gotta go fight it, you know? And it's like, makes sense. So it's like, really, Digimon is actually way better. In that sense, like the creativity of it, that is like, they still want it to seem like for kids that's like, oh, you can't get a real Digimon, you have to live in the Digimon world, you know? And then like, Pokemon's like, seems like the only one that the main ones that's like, the Pokemon actually exist. But they got their own problems with like, well then what do they eat? You know? So anyway, let's move Alien Boy down a peg to show off its nice hat. There we go. So, okay. Did we figure out what his name was? My votes were Jeff and Alien Boy. Got some other good ones like Zeb. One of those, Zebo. New emote. Yeah, if I clean this up maybe. And we could just use this, like, who cares? Yeah, we can use his face in his emote, and I don't know what kind of emotion it is. Maybe the emote could be trying to, like, someone's acting like a robot or something, or like an alien, and then this guy shows up and he says, yes, I emote like humans too. Something like that. The emote is alien. Yeah. Get with it. Why am I not getting it? Okay. This is pretty cool. I think the umbrella bit can be cleaned up. Other than that, I think we're good. Cool. You'll be spotter. Great. I'll have to worry about all those damages then. I should figure out how to draw. I should figure out how to draw like sticks. I think that's the lowest point of everything here. It's like, why is it bendy? Anyway, thanks for indulging me in this. Tune in for more of maybe not this, but something fun. Push keys. Oh, cool. At least it's better than acid where you just do the left hand bit. Yeah. I think we're good. So thank you again. Yeah. We'll see if if there's any more ideas for the, I guess, future streams. That'll be on that YouTube community tab, which still doesn't really work in the ways that it should. So, if you use it, great. Just using it to like the post when it was specifically for asking questions, a little weird. So, not gonna, you know, it's a little disappointing on my end. I was like, oh, you just like the post that I asked the question, and I was asking for your answer, and it's like, nope, just like and leave. It's like, okay, I don't know. Can't get too stingy about it. It was like, oh man. Anyway, thank you. Nothing else to say except going to Toaster Talk. So, okay. See you next week. A lot of stuff. I'll get out to you. Yeah. Toaster Talk. Okay. What else did I miss? CX. That's a cool name. Auto Driver 6, yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Anyway, on my end, I'm doing good. The main channel video is actually progressing really well. It's going pretty smooth. Just had it was pretty slow, like starting up getting all the assets together. Had to make one character in like 4 or 5 different angles, because when I storyboarded it, I was like, oh, well, to actually pose it, it has to be at this particular view angle, you know, like a front or a side view. But it's like, oh, I needed a 3/4 and a rear 3/4 and a back view. So I was like, oh, okay. So that was really slow to you know, draw those, and like with the new technology of the parenting system, which isn't a new technology, but like new to Flash. So it's like getting around that. That's like, oh, if I have the hand be a child of the arm, and then the arm is a parent, while also being a child to the body, that means I can move the body and it'll drag the arm and hand. So that makes animating more complex movements way easier. Whereas like if everything's connected to the body, then I can just keyframe one symbol, the body, and then just move that around and it'll move everything with it. So and that also allows free keyframes where I can, if I needed like an ear or an eye, to have more complex movement of like doing that. Because otherwise I would have to have like every piece have a keyframe when everything needed to move. And if I did that like 10 times, like over a long movement of it, like going woo, you know what I mean. And then it's like, oh, well, I need the ears to have secondary motion, or I need this dress to have a secondary motion, or hair or something, where it has to have more weight and physicality to it, where things would drag and they have different weights to it. So if I have already like a whole, you know, if everything is already at keyframes, that's a lot of hassle to like move things. Like if it needs to move, if the whole body is moving to the right, and then I need the ear or something to move to the left, for every keyframe after that of it moving to the right, the ear would go back to its default position. So that would mean I could do this. If the body is moving to the right, and the ear will always needs to have like drag to it. I can't do it as there we go. If it goes to the right, the ear would need to drag behind it, so it'll go to the left. But if everything was a keyframe from here to here to here to here, that means that if I needed to animate it, it would go here, and then I would say like, oh, I need to move, and then the ear rotates, but the next keyframe after that, it'll go to the default position every time. So if I needed it to be like a nice move, like woo kind of a movement, it would be pretty hard to get that if everything was a keyframe, and then it's just a lot more hassle. Like as it gets more complicated from that, then you can see like where that always is like, oh, I don't want to add like hair flaps or any kind of bouncing bits and stuff like that with the hair bobble, or like tail dings. It's like, because everything would then, if every layer would have a keyframe if something needs to move across the screen or something, or just like having just kind of like some kind of reaction shot of like going whoa, then everything needs a keyframe. But with the parent system, I can just have like the body be one keyframe, boop, and then the ear will have no keyframes, so as it moves, it'll continue its default position without any keyframes. So it'll keep its relative position to the body and the head. But with the parent system, I can move it across, and then I can then set individual keyframes of it going, rotating to the left, and then get it back, and then everything will work. So it's like, it's such a small thing, but it's like opens up so much more possibilities of like with the surfing video, you saw that I added more stuff like that, with adding more second animation, which is it has been lacking in the older ones, whereas like there hasn't been much secondary animation. You can look it up what that means, but it's just adding the second motion to everything, so the hair and dress and tail would have a different timing to it, but the way that Flash would work, it makes it difficult to work with that. So that's all I'm saying, is that I'm very excited that everything is now working a little bit more smoothly, and I'm able to add more detail. So I'll go back to Fluttershy. So yeah, the cartoon is working really good. I can finish maybe like a shot. Today I finished about almost one shot, which is like about 3 seconds in like a couple hours. So it's like, wow, this is going great. So there's still a lot of more assets to make, because that's always the slowest thing. I'll have to make a couple more angles in the background. Background needs different angles, so I have to go into Blender and then change the camera angle, and then I have to make that in Flash. So I was like, that's really slow, because I was like playing around with it and going, well, what if it's, should the specularity, you know, of this be higher or a little bit lower? And it's like, well, what about this? And it's like always a million different options for everything. So I was like, well, what if I add this into it, and then it's just like exponential. So just letting you know the progress of that is going good. I know I had a weird like things are really slow bit for a couple days. So other stuff is going good. Group project with the Folly is going okay. Slowing down a little bit. Storyboards are going pretty good. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. So I think we're good. Thanks for alien thing. So yep, that's about it. So see you on Tuesday, or whatever day it is. I know like there's always like a 12-hour delay between people, so maybe it's Monday. I don't know. Anyway, you figured it out. So 48 hours ago, and then plus no, a week. Add a week minus 48 hours. 48 and 49. So whatever that is. Anyway, see ya. Bye.